Alright, so this is where we left off in the last video. We're trying to create Sudoku from scratch. So we established that we were going to have a starting board array and a solved array, which is called board here. So we had created a function to generate the starting array and the solved array. We had the function to solve the board, to figure out if the number is valid, if you can add that to the array, following the Sudoku rules. And we had a function to generate a random number, integer. So in this video, let's go ahead and work on the design of it a little bit. So add some HTML in here. So let's add our container. Then we're going to add a header. Okay. Then inside of the header, we're going to have some buttons. We won't add those right now, but let's just put a placeholder in there in the future. Other than the buttons, we're going to have like a game status, game progress div. And then inside of that, let's add a div for errors, and another div for timer. We'll get to that later. And then let's add the actual board. The board. And actually, let's do it like that and add a break. After that, we're going to have our numerical input, call that digits. Okay, and I'm going to use a dialog later that is just going to say game over. So we're going to have that say game over, add a couple breaks. Then we're going to add a OK button here. Deal with that later. All right, so then let's add some styling to this. So we're going to add a little bit of CSS. Start with the body of the page. Margin 0. Font family, we'll say Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif. I like to work with grid and flex. So our container, style that 600 pixels, height 700. Place that in the center. Background color, we're gonna say some kind of gray. Display grid again. All right. Then style the board. So the board will be width 450, height 450, background color, let's say white, margin 0, auto to put in the center there, display flex, do flex wrap, user select none. Yeah, so that way you can't actually select the text, the numbers. I don't like when that happens. And add some thick borders to that. So let's see what we have so far here. So we should have our main container. So if we inspect these elements here, so we have our container, we have the header, We have the board right here with the thick borders. Let's style that. Let's style some more stuff in here. So add. We'll do a class for tile. So width of each tile will be 48. Height 48. Border 1 pixel solid black. Or no, sorry, no, not black. We're gonna do this one as gray. So we'll do like an EEE. Font size. Let's do 26 pixel. Make it bold. Font, what is it? Weight 600 for bold. Display, we're gonna do flex. And what else am I? Center the whole thing. So justify content, align items, I guess, center as well. And let's make the cursor a pointer. And then we're gonna need like the digits at the bottom here as well. We're gonna style that. So similar kind of thing with, you could probably copy and paste this, but anyway, whoops, 450. My goodness, this laptop. Height 50. Background color, gonna do white. Margin 0, auto. To center it, and then display. Gonna do grid for this one. So grid, I like grid because you can deal with these grid template. So let's say for the columns, we can quickly just do like a repeat 9 one frame. Then align items, center that, justify items, center that. Justify self, center that. Again with the cursor, get a nice pointer on there. And then the user select, because I don't want to be able to select the text inside there. So where are we at with that? So then we have this, and we have this, I don't know if you can see it, it's way to there, but we have the placeholder for that. So yeah, I guess in the HTML, like we can add each one of these tiles inside here manually, and the digits as well. But it'll make more sense just to iterate through, make like a for loop, and add those in JavaScript. So should I? Yeah, let's do one more thing here. Let's do a number class. So width, we'll do 46, similar to the tiles. Height 46. Border for that. We're gonna want that to be black, solid black. Font size 26, let's say. Make that bold. Oops. Display grid we're gonna do. And justify content, center, align items, center. And let's add a box shadow. Well, before we do that, let's just see. Oh, right, I didn't add the numbers yet. Anyway, let's add a box shadow. 1 pixel, 5, 5, and then we'll do like 8. Okay, so that's, oh yeah, no, that should be good for now. So that's the styling. Let's add the numbers to the digits div, and let's populate the board as well. So let's get some global variables first. So we'll say like var errors. We're going to keep track of errors later on. Let's get the board array, initialize that. Starting board array, initialize that. Then we need some game states, like game started, false, game over, false. Then if we later on then select select the number, keep track of that, and the tile as well. So for now we'll just initialize them. So then we do have the arrays. So let's generate. So we're gonna just make sure there's no errors yet. Okay, cool. So we got that. So what do we want to do? We want to populate the digits at the bottom here. Let's get rid of all this stuff, and let's add some more functions here. So to generate the digits, let's call it generate digits. So what we're gonna do, basically create like a bunch of divs. Like I said, you could do it manually. It's one way of doing it. Just type in the HTML code in there, but let's just do a for loop. Somewhat quicker, so let I equals 1 this time. I less than or equal to 9. I plus plus. Let number equal document create element. So we're going to create the div each time. Number ID will be the value of I. Number inner text will be also I. I'm going to add the class list that we have. What was it called? Number. Is that what I called it? Yeah, the number class list to style it. So then, yeah, I think then let's see, document get element by ID. So grab the digits parent div and append child. Each one of these, append child, each one of these number divs. So let's run that to generate digits. See what we got so far. All right, cool. So there's the numbers right there. Again, that's just a quicker way or a fancier way of adding the divs in there. Basically, you can add them by hand there as well, but it's quicker. Okay, so then let's do another function to sort of set the game. Like we want to place those initial 20 numbers on that board. So then let's call it new game. So let's say so let's set the number selected to null. We're gonna need that later, not right now, but and then the game over false. Errors at this point would be 0. Oh yeah, and then yeah, I didn't do that yet. So yeah, let's do get element by ID. Let's grab that errors div and set the inner text of that to like mistakes 0 out of 5. So far, if we run that new game, let's make sure we didn't get anything wrong. So we should have our mistakes right there. And let's add those. Let's add that array to to the div. So we're gonna iterate through the rows and columns. So let rows equal 0, r less than 9, r plus plus. And instead of that, we're gonna iterate through the columns. So column 0, c less than 9, c plus plus. Let tile document create element. So we're going to create a tile div. And let's set the ID of that. So the ID, we're going to keep track of all these tiles. So go to our Sudoku here. So we're each one of these div tiles are going to have coordinates. So we're going to put like the row and then dash column. So let's give that our to string plus the dash, and then c to string, because then it will help us later find the location when we select that tile. So tile class list will add the tile class. Tile. Well, actually, let's do. Let's just do the starting board array. So if that is a 0, we don't want to display it. So if it's other than 0, we're gonna set the inner text to the starting board array, row, column, set that value, and then let's append this tile div to the parent. In this case, it's a what did I call it? Board, I think. So we're gonna append it to board. Append child, and we're gonna append the tile element. Okay, and then after all that, we should say yeah, so after the 4, we're gonna say game started. True, we're gonna need that later. And then we have new game. Okay, whoops. So where are we at with that? Oh, I didn't do something right here. Oh, if starting, what did I do there? I didn't. Oh, we don't actually have the. Sorry. I don't think we have the. Yeah. So let's generate the actual arrays, because I deleted that before. So we're gonna want the board array, which is initialized at the top there, board array and starting board array. We want to set those first. Generate random Sudoku. Okay, so that should give us, yeah, there we go. So we have that array on here. So there's zeros inside of that array, and we're skipping that by saying if there's a 0, don't put it in there, just put the ones that have a value. So we're adding the numbers on there. That should be 20 numbers to start with. We have the numbers at the bottom. So this is it for now. We'll do next video. We'll actually, let's just add some a little bit more stylic there. Let's add a nice little hover on the number class. We'll do a background color of EEE. What did I do there? Okay, so there you go. And then basically in the next video, we'll get to where when we click on one of these, it will set the state for this is tile, position, whatever, and we can insert these numbers with either our keyboard or by clicking one of these. And we also want to do that cross that you see in Sudoku. Okay, so I'll see you next video.